So I tried to make this video once already. It was like 20 minutes of shit that I was saying, and it was really bad for a couple reasons. The lighting was so terrible that you couldn't see any of my face at all. It was just kind of a silhouette moving around. And I'm really, actually, probably depressed right now, so I was kind of not speaking well in any way, and I still may not, so I apologize. But this is going to be 8 months in 1 week, and a couple days on T, and me looking at really shitty notes in this book. Yeah, I can't see that down there. So, changes that I have to talk about. Obviously, a lot has changed in 3 months. Being like about a third or more of the time that I've been on T, and since I made a video, it's a bit different. I shaved for the first time today, actually, and it feels really funny, because I had gotten used to feeling fuzzy stuff, and now it's like a little prickly, and some spots I definitely didn't get so well, but I was terrified, because you're putting a razor blade on your face for the first time. It's scary, and it's going to take some time to get used to that, I think. It's funny, like the peach fuzz that I was like having before is like longer, and it's becoming visible, and it makes for very interesting interactions with people. They're like, oh, that's different. I really don't know where I was going with that there, so ignore that. Hips and stuff, you're definitely getting smaller. I've had a bit of fluctuation going on with body weight, or at least I did a while ago, a couple weeks ago, when I was not eating so well for a month, and didn't have enough money to buy food, stuff like that, so I lost like 8 pounds. But now I think I've got it back, and it's going well, so. Still have no money, so that might change again pretty soon. I think my hairline actually is really, really different, and it's going back pretty far, which is terrifying me, because my brother, he's like, his hair is like all the way back here, he's like going bald. He's 27. So a little scared of that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bust out the Rogaine if I go back any further. My voice has continued to drop, not so drastically, but I know it's a little bit different than it was a few months ago. And it may change even more. I don't know how long that changing in voice is supposed to last. So, something other guys mention a lot is a couple days before they do the next shot, they feel really weird and really lethargic, like, and blah, generally. And that definitely happens for me a lot. The last couple shots especially, I've been feeling it. And so when I go see my doctor next week, I'm going to talk about, should I do it every week? Or should I do more and every week? And I'll have to get a lot of stuff checked out then, too. She hasn't seen me in a long time, probably since the beginning of the summer. Which is really funny, because I'm sure she'll have a lot to say. Physical space stuff is really interesting. I made another video a few months ago, but my memory card got lost and shit happened. But I can't even imagine how I could have been any smaller in certain places, or bigger in other places right now. I don't understand how that's possible. I can't envision what that felt like anymore. It's just that this seems to me like the way it's always been. And I know it's a big psychological thing, like this self-image, like of what you look like and what you're supposed to look like. And for me, it's, when I look at myself, I'm like, oh, this is just the way it's always been. Everything, my face. And we're like, this is just how it is, and it's been that way. And I know that's just repeating what I just said, so sorry. But I know a lot of people have the opposite problem, where they don't realize that they are different. That they still think of themselves in the way that they used to look. And I think maybe that happens sometimes with me, but not all the time. Um, it's more often the reverse. Um, and it's just weird to see how your brain interprets this drastic change that's happening to your body. Is it going to act like this is just how I've always looked and fill that into all of your memories? Or is it going to ignore it completely and just, you have to catch, it has to catch up? I don't know. Uh, I've had a lot of issues with IDs and stuff recently. I had an experience at the bookstore at the beginning of the year trying to buy a book that they thought I stole some girl's ID and credit card, and they had like 3 supervisors, and it took 45 minutes to solve. And I know that they were all pissed about having to take that long, and so was I. I mean, I had somewhere to be. Or I've had people at the gym ask me, "Is this your wife's ID or something?" and bring out some other ID to show them. And it's just a mess. I went to the bank the other day, and they were like, "This isn't you." And again, had to pull out other stuff. I mean, I just said, "Yes, it is." And I don't like being defensive about it. It's annoying, though, when people don't believe you, and then you have to explain to people what's going on. When you don't really feel like it. I mean, I don't mind being an educator or a voice for people, but I don't want it to be all that I have to do every single minute of every day. I was going somewhere after that, and I completely don't remember. Been having issues with apartments, and like this, long story short, this is the 4th place I've been since the beginning of the semester, and it's finally a place I can live. It's great. Drama with the drumline. I quit. There were some things said that I overheard, and apparently had been said for a long time. And well, I don't really have anything against a lot of people personally. It's just not something I could tolerate anymore, and it shouldn't be tolerated. I think especially with a lot of stuff that's been going on in colleges, and harassment and bullying and things like that. I don't think it's an appropriate thing to say ever, and I don't think it's an appropriate time to let something like it go. And that's all I'll say. I really been getting a lot more into the drag scene. I mean, I was doing it all summer, really. I did it for a year before that, I think, and then sort of just comes very naturally to me. So a lot of the performers, we got together from our different backgrounds. We were performing in Pittsburgh separately, and we got all together and took a troupe to IDKE, the International Drag-In Extravaganza, and we performed and we did awesome, and it was just a great experience. And these guys are really my brothers, and it's great to see everybody sort of bringing their own style to it. We're called Hot Metal Hardware, by the way, and I can show some videos from different stuff if you'd like. I'm just gonna see where I'm at with this. Okay, apparently I have less time than I thought I did, and it's all like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So, quickly, I'll mention that I'm gonna have another video coming up talking about more like relationship and family things. I'm probably just gonna film it right after this anyway. And I'll explain why I'm feeling kind of shitty, and why maybe this video is not as awesome as it should be. But thanks for watching, and I really appreciate all you guys, this community and everything. And take care.